Mark Watts, Elitefts.com. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the SS Yoke Bar. There's two reasons why you need to get a piece of equipment. Number one, because the exercise you can do on it is a very integral part of your workout routine, or it has so much variety that you can do so many different exercises that will be of value to your program. We think that the SS Yoke Bar is for both in that sense. One of the advantages of the SS Yoke Bar is to be able to do some suspended exercises like a suspended squat or good morning. Because of the handles, because your hands are out of the way, you can go ahead and suspend these by chains or straps and you're able to execute the movement. Another advantage of the SS Yoke Bar, in order to do unilateral movements like a split squat, you're able to go a little bit heavier because you can get a hands-free mode. Jordan's going to go ahead and demonstrate just a split squat. You've got a pad down below, so now I can go ahead, you can load up a little heavier, and again I have my hands if I need to spot myself. So pretty good exercise for athletes. All right, another exercise for the posterior chain will be a single leg good morning, and it's really easy to do with the SS Yoke Bar because you can go hands-free with this one as well. Benefit with this is it's unilateral, you can address some imbalances, but also, again, it's going to be more stress on the hamstring and not as much stress on the low back. So again, he's going to probably try to put his foot back as far as he can and as high as he can, try to keep his back flat, and then drive through the heel to stand up. So that's a single leg good morning with the SS Yoke Bar. Okay, an upper body movement you can do with the SS Yoke Bar is just a standard overhead press. Now obviously it's going to be very different than a regular bar, but there are some advantages. So one thing you can do is, again, you can almost use a false grip, squeeze those elbows against the pads, and again, it's almost more of a close grip type overhead press. Probably a better accessory movement for the bench press because of the angle of the hands. Really make sure that you're isolating and really targeting those triceps a little more. But again, the handles will be used as a guide to make sure, again, they're staying tight up the chest. So it just gives you a little bit of different variety and just one more use you can use for that yoke bar. Good alternative lower body exercise with the SS Yoke Bar is going to be basically a modified Zercher Squat. So Jordan's going to go ahead and get in, and all you can do with those bars, you can just go ahead and bear hug the handles. Step out, and then obviously you're doing it anyway, just like almost like a front squat, Zercher Squat combo, coming down, and then, you know, again, squeezing tight, driving the elbows. So again, to give you a little bit more variety with that. Probably pretty good for strongman competitors as well. So it's a pretty good move for you. One of the advantages of the Elitefts SS Yoke Bar is that the handles can unscrew, and it gives you a little bit more variety in some of the exercises you're doing. We're going to go ahead and demonstrate a front squat. The one thing we did was we put this in backwards. So the handles are facing back out this way. So we're just going to go ahead and execute it like a hands-free front squat coming out of the rack. Again, same basic thing. He's going to go ahead and drive, keep his elbows up. He can drive with his elbows, keep his hands in tight. Now with this movement, which keeps that center of gravity real tight, go ahead and rack it up. When you come down, when you go ahead and put it in the rack, get your hands back on the handles. When you step out, that bar's going to come down a little bit quicker. And if you have a lot of weight on, that momentum can be a little unstable, so make sure you have your hands in when you're doing that. But again, one more variety you can use with that bar. Okay, another max effort movement you can use with the SS Yoke Bar is basically a hybrid or a modified conventional and sumo deadlift. These are made popular. Joe Canton called them the Big Evil deadlifts. One thing we'll do is kind of just a modified hands just inside the feet, and again just outside the pads, and again just doing a super tight pull with a little closer of the grip. The grip's going to be a little thicker. It's going to be a little higher, so it's almost like pulling off blocks. It's going to give you a little bit of variety, just one more exercise in that max effort rotation. Make sure when you put the bar down, make sure you push it forward, because it will spin. But again, maybe not the end all or be all, but at least give you a little more variety and another use for that SS Yoke Bar.